Hello, Sarah. How are you? It's a pleasure to receive you in our first Blue Sky podcast. So let's start.
Thank you.
So maybe you can say something about you, about your skydiving life. So tell us.
So I started in 2013 and I fell in love with the sport from the start. By now I have more than 5,500 jumps, 1,500 wingsuit jumps, and I'm doing it professionally for more than 6 years. I enjoy teaching others and I enjoy continuing my own training. I really love the sport.
So this is your passion, right?
Yes.
Very good. So let's start. Sarah, what made you interested in wingsuit and how did you start?
I had around 350 jumps, and some of my friends that started wingsuiting, and it was purely out of curiosity. It was just something that I wanted to try and see how I like it, and from the first jump, I loved it. So I would say curiosity and passion. And after taking the course, I made it my mission to learn it properly.
After how many jumps, for example?
I had more than 350 jumps.
So what are the main differences between wingsuit and other types of skydiving? Can you explain us?
I would say the first difference would be there are many differences, would be the equipment, all the material that's added to the jump. The gear has to be suitable. For example, the pilot chute, the recommendation for canopies to have a 7-cell canopy. And the emergency procedure is more complicated because we have more materials, the zips. There are a lot of differences.
Did you have some emergency procedure during some wingsuit jump or not yet?
I have a few cutaways and it all went well, I would say, mostly because I'm committed to deploy at 4,000 feet as much as possible, and that gave me enough time to deal with a high-speed malfunction and a low-speed malfunction.
But how many cutaways with your wingsuit?
I have 5 cutaways in wingsuit.
Oh my God, it's a lot.
I wingsuit since 2014 regularly.
So what are the biggest challenges if you face when you are learning to fly a wingsuit? What do you think is the most challengeable?
I think the early phase, going for acrobatic flying, can feel very tough. But I always advise people to just keep jumping. So what I did, I was committed to backfly and do those transitions, and it wasn't easy in the beginning. What really helped was that I stick to the training, and I did all those jumps in a row. I would say like 30 to 50 unbroken jumps, and like every day whenever I had a chance, and that helped a lot. So at first it might seem difficult, but doing it consistently with a proper training and program helps a lot.
That's the next question, because I'm interested in know how do you prepare yourself mentally and physically to do this type of jumps?
I would say for any skydive, any extreme sports, we want to make sure that we have the right mindset, that it is the right day to do such a sport, and to be focused on safety most of all, to see all the relevant details, to make the right plan, and to basically make all the right decisions, because it's extreme sport, everything is happening so fast, and we want to be mentally prepared to make a decision for emergency or any scenario that can happen.
If you choose one word to explain about the proper mindset, what kind of word do you use?
Safety, most important thing, and to be well prepared. So know where we stand, know our skill level, and making sure that we are having the right jump plan.
And do you have any jumping stories that were especially exciting or challenging that maybe you can share with us?
Years ago, I got a chance to jump from a glider plane. I did some jumps like just without a wingsuit, and the pilot agreed to take me a bit higher, because for normal jumps, I think he was dropping us at like 4,000 feet or 3,500 feet, almost like a hop and pop, like a low hop and pop. But for wingsuit, he took me up to 5,000 feet, and when the glider went vertical and I got out, it was amazing.
And how was the landing? Good?
The landing was great, yes.
So did you prepare to do this before you start jumping, right?
Yes, absolutely. So that was special, and Yeah, I remember flying in an event in Panama that was so beautiful because it was like above ocean and islands. The scenery was amazing.
And what are the most important safety measures wingsuiters should consider?
I would say really understand how to do the emergency procedures because a lot of the incidents they all have roots in the jumper not doing the emergency procedure correctly.
And especially the proper rig, right? Because you need to do many adjustments before you start practicing.
Basically, everything related to the jump has to be spot on. The equipment is very important. That keeps us alive. And then comes the jumper's skill level and their mental preparation and how alert they are, how aware they are of their surrounding, of the potential scenarios that can happen, the difficulties that can come in the jump. So to really, really be clear on how to do EP.
Do you think now we have different technologies? I mean, regarding the special clothes that you need to wear to practice the wingsuit. So, what about technologies?
I think one of the most interesting things and that we have, one of the best tools that we have now is the wingsuit tunnel. I personally haven't had a chance to try it, but I mean, same as a normal vertical tunnel that we have for free flying, I believe the wingsuit tunnel can help a lot for the person to get their balance and control and precise movements, to give them a head start when it comes to flying the wingsuit in the sky. But keeping in mind that the three things that keep us alive in wingsuit is to have the correct exit, navigation, and deployment. These three things we cannot get from the tunnel, but at least like now, flight skill is possible to practice that indoors without worrying about exit, navigation, and deployment.
What is the best place to find this type of wind tunnel?
I haven't tried, but so far I believe there is a one in Stockholm, and Russia also has a tunnel. But I haven't been to any of them, and I like to try them one day.
Very good. So, what are the best places in the world to wingsuit, and why?
There's so many beautiful places. It's hard to tell, and I haven't been everywhere. But the place that I really enjoyed flying was in Australia. There's a drop zone called the Skydive Jurien Bay. It's on the west side, not far from Perth, and the scenery there was insane.
Did you live there?
No, I just had a trip for 12 days, and I enjoyed the wingsuit jumps, all my jumps actually, because like the sky was so clear and the weather was so clean. We could see the bottom of ocean from high above. It was insane.
And more about the community. How does the wingsuit community support each other? How do you share your experience?
This is a social sport. Like being in a social sport, I think is really important for everyone to help everyone, especially those with more knowledge, more experience. It's nice that they would just share their knowledge and they would help each other as much as possible.
Maybe you can share with us how did you start in this sport? Talk a little bit about your examiner, who was taking care of you in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. Having the right mentor makes a big difference. My examiner was Stefan Zunino, and he's my mentor. I really enjoy doing the course with him, and I look up to him for anything related to wingsuit. He's the first person that I would go to.
Could you explain the sensation of flying a wingsuit and how it compares to other extreme sports? So do you think, because you have a lot of jumps, right? So do you think the feeling is different? Something special than other modalities?
I would say what's special with wingsuiting, you can have a longer flight. I think it's the closest of like what an airplane feels like in the sky. And I love the speed. I love gliding in the sky. And what makes it even more exciting is to fly the wingsuit vertical. Like what I enjoy training is to try to fly those vertical angles with more precision. It's just different.
And what advice would you give to someone who wants to start wingsuiting? For those who are watching us now, so they intend to start, what should be the first advice?
I would say have the right attitude, have the right mindset. Do not rush into it. I know the recommendation is to start after 200 skydives, but really there is no rush. You can have 300, 400, as many as needed for a person, and to be able to really fly their body in on belly, on back, on different angles. Ideally, be a good free flyer with good control, and only after that it's expected for a person to be able to handle themselves in a sky with extra material, with the zips. And
So first you should be good in basics, right?
yeah, I would say be good in basic and beyond.
And how do you see the future?
Well, recently Peter Salzman from Austria jumped from 4,000 meters in Switzerland with a wingsuit and a foil attached to him, and he broke the record. So that, I don't know, like I wonder if that's going to be a new way of flying. Looks like, I mean, the wingsuit started from 1912, and it has come a long way since then. So I think the equipment is only going to improve. There are lots of people who are working on making it more advanced and more aerodynamic to get more out of it. So I'm really curious and really excited to see what's going to develop next.
So now I would like to know what is your opinion about some accidents? When you see some accident or maybe some fatalities, what do you think about it? In your opinion, what is the most important reason for this to happen?
It's really sad when incidents like that happen, and this is something to learn from. What I see is that the failure to do the emergency procedure correctly and not having the correct skill set for that particular jump, or maybe rushing into a bigger suit too fast, because to take the right steps and a progression plan slowly is actually faster in the end, because the person gets to stay alive and gets to progress with proper knowledge.
I can see that you have a lot of experience with wingsuit. Can you repeat the number of jumps that you have only with wingsuit?
More than 1,500.
More than 1,000.
I had a phase of 3 years of never taking off the wingsuit.
And do you remember some special jump? Can you remember the number? How many jumps did you have when you faced this special jump in your life?
The jump from the glider, I had probably 250 wingsuit jumps that time. So that felt really nice, and I love most of my jumps. And when I went to Panama, jumping over the islands, I probably had around 300 wingsuit jumps. And that was the first time that I joined a formation of, I think, 16 people.
You told me that you didn't try the wingsuit tunnel, but you have a lot of experience in the windy tunnel, like doing some free flying or belly fly. So how many hours do you have?
Something between 150 to 200. Yeah, because I used to live in Singapore and there was no skydiving. I could only access the tunnel, which was 20 minutes away from my house.
And how did you plan? When you were in Singapore, how did you plan your wind tunnel time?
Yeah, so I would try to take coaching on regular basis, but what helped a lot was the sharing time with a group of friends. So every Tuesday we would go to tunnel, and sometimes we were like more than 15 people. So that was very, very cost efficient. The people organizing it gave opportunity to everyone. So whatever the skill level of a person, they would make a small group plan that would be safe for that level.
So you have you used to have a plan, I mean, like 3 times a week, or how many minutes a day? So do you have some special recommendation?
So every week, every Tuesday, the group was flying. And whenever I had the possibility to go, like consider it with a family commitment and everything, I would try to go every week or at least twice a month to fly with the group. And that was very good. So if people have the chance to do that safely, I highly recommend it.
And Anna, what's your opinion about nowadays you have a lot of women doing wingsuiting or maybe free fly or doing even swooping. It's different than in the past. So what's your opinion about this?
It just makes me so happy to see that the women are joining the sport more. It's very admirable, very respectable, and I wish them success. I want to see them. I want to see this number of skilled women to grow in the sport, and they're all role models.
So now, just to know a little bit more about you, so can you tell us, because you are a mother, right? So you have one daughter, and actually you are living here in UAE. Can you tell us a little bit about your lifestyle, how you handle this part of your life, your personal things, and how you mix this with skydiving and everything?
I love my daughter. She's the most important person in the world to me. And what I enjoy the most in my life is watching her grow to a beautiful person that she is now. So she's top priority, and I do coaching as a freelance, and I really enjoy that. So I work around my daughter's schedule. And
Did she try skydive before or not yet?
paramotor and paragliding tandems, and she really enjoys it. She's done some tunnel, but she hasn't started skydiving yet.
And for how long have you been living here in UAE?
I grew up in Dubai, so I went to school here. I'm here since I was 12.
Oh, very nice history. So thank you very much to share everything with us. I'm really excited to receive you here and know more about your life, about wingsuiting, about safety. And inshallah, we can do another one sooner.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.